Hello students, I again welcome you all. So today we are going to start with our second book, that is Snapshot. The first chapter of your book Snapshot is The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse. One of the major themes of The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse by William Saroyan is honor. The young boy, Aram, explains the underlying philosophies of his large extended family. Although they were poor, yet they had pride and morals. Before proceeding, we shall know about the author of the chapter. William Saroyan was an Armenian-American novelist, playwright, and short story writer. He was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for Drama in 1940. And in 1943, he won the Academy Award for Best Story for the film adaptation of his novel The Human Comedy. Saroyan wrote extensively about the Armenian immigrant life in California. Many of his stories and plays are set in his native Fresno. Some of his best-known works are The Time of Your Life, My Name is Aram, and My Heart's in the Highlands. Characters play equally important role. So the characters of the chapter are Aram, who was a 9-year-old kid who belonged to Garoghelanian tribe of Armenians. He believed in a carefree and joyful life. He was a very honest and timid guy. He had the raw innocence of childhood. He was free from the clutches of modern man's life. His life was surrounded by the freshness and openness of nature. Morad. Morad has been described in the story as an animal lover. He sang when he rides a horse. His passion for riding made him a fearless rider. He had a way with horses and knew how to tame them against running world. He took care of the horse, which shows his dexterity in his field. Also, he seems to be emotionally attached to the horse. Uncle Khusravi is explained to be a very impatient man. He was uncle of Aram and Morad. This worked to his disadvantage one day when he was getting his hair trimmed by a barber and he came to know that his house was on fire. He had an amazing reaction when he said, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." Enough, it's no harm, I say. He paid no heed to anything serious or trivial. The next is John Byro. John Byro has been projected to possess a very clean, pure, and loyal heart. He could never ever suspect the clan of Aram for stealing. His innocent eye could never imagine that anybody from the tribe could steal his horse. He used the phrase tooth for tooth to emphasize the similarity between both the horses. However, he never suspected the brothers to steal the horse because of their family being famous for their honesty. Now, let's know more about the boy's uncle and beautiful horse with the help of the detailed summary. So the summary is: Aram and Morad were two poor boys who belonged to the Armenian Garoghelanian family, who were well known for their honesty since the 11th century. One early morning, when Aram was asleep and was enjoying pleasant dreams, his cousin Morad showed up to his window with a beautiful white horse. Aram couldn't believe it and was thinking it was a dream. But since there was a little light outside, he knew this for sure that the horse was real. As they were poverty-stricken, he couldn't believe that the horse was their own. He was trying to figure out if the horse had been stolen by his cousin. Morad had come to invite him for a ride along. He asked him to make it quick before everyone in the world wakes up. Aram wore his clothes and jumped out of the window and sat behind Morad on the horse. They rode on the old countryside of the area where they lived, Walnut Avenue. After some time, Murad asked him to get off as he wanted to ride the horse alone. Ram asked him if he could also ride the horse all alone, just like him, to which Murad said they will see, as it was for his own safety. He got to know that Murad had stolen the horse a month ago and was riding it every morning. When Aram got his chance of a ride, the horse took him to the vineyard and threw him off and ran away. After searching for 30 minutes, Murad finally managed to find the horse, and they hid him in a deserted vineyard that had some oats and alfalfa. Murad had a way with everything, especially horses. He knew how to handle every type of animal and also humans. Every morning for 2 weeks, they would take the horse for a ride and then hide it again. One day, John Bhairo came to Aram's house to talk to his uncle Khusrove, who was an irritated and loud man who shouted at almost everything. Bhairo told him about his missing horse, whom he bought at $60. For 1 month, he couldn't find it and he walked for 10 miles to come to their house. Khosrow roared at him and told him, "It's no harm, pay no attention to it." Bhairo became irritated by his attitude and he went away. Aram went to Murad and told him about the missing horse of Bhairo and asked him not to return the horse until he learns to ride it. Murad told him that it would take 1 year for him to learn to ride the horse. He further angrily added that they could not be thieves as their tribe is known for honesty, and said that they would return the horse after 6 months. One day, on their way back to hide the horse to the hidden spot, they met John Bhairo, who was going back to the town. He talked to them and carefully examined the horse. He admitted that the horse looked exactly like the one he had, but since he knew his parents and the honesty of their family, he didn't believe that they had his missing horse. He assumed it was a twin horse. Murad managed to let Bhairo assume that it was not his horse, so they went away. The next morning, both of them took the horse back to Bhairo's vineyard and put it in the barn. The dogs followed them along quietly and they left the place. The same afternoon, John Bhairo came back to his house to tell his mother about his horse, who had come back. He was very happy and was astonished to see the horse better tempered, and it was stronger than ever. Uncle Khusrow again roared, "Quiet, man, quiet! Your horse has been returned. Pay no attention to it." The moral of the story is the poverty doesn't limit one's moral values. Despite the challenges one encounters, the person shouldn't take the wrong path. Although Aram's family was poor, but they had pride and honor. Murad, who was considered crazy by his family, shone great traits of an honest person. Though he stole the horse, but his affection towards it was genuine. Because of their genuineness, John Bhairo didn't accuse them for stealing, as the horse was well taken care of. The most important thing to understand from the chapter is that of all the economical challenges, one shouldn't steal something that doesn't belong to him or her, that can easily land him or her in a big trouble. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.